Hello my yogis and welcome to today's class. We'll do Vinyasa flow sequence which is very energizing. We'll have some heart openers, so it will be great for the beginning of your day, but it's good to do it at any time. We'll start with the tabletop positions on all fours. So bring your shoulders over your wrist and align your knees and your hips. We'll move with our breath. So as you inhale, you drop your belly down, lift your sitting bones up, and look ahead of you. And then as you exhale, bringing your navel into your spine, rounding your back, bringing your chin into your chest. Inhaling, dropping the belly down, lifting sitting bones, moving your heart forward, and exhaling, rounding the spine. Bringing your hips slightly forward. Inhaling, look ahead of you. And exhale, round. One more in your own breath. Exhale, round. Now on your next inhale, we'll lift our right knee behind you in line with your hip. Look ahead of you, drop the belly down again. And inhale, bring your knee to your chest. Keep moving into flow, in your breath flow. Inhaling, lift your knee, look ahead of you, and exhaling, round. Two more in your own breath. You can close your eyes to really feel connection of your movement and your breath. Now come back to neutral and open your right foot to the side. Place it outside of your mat. Place your left foot to the outside, straighten your leg and place it to the outside of your mat. Look straight in front of you. Lift your left hand towards the ceiling and place your left foot flat on the ground. Now push into your right palm and your left foot like you want to lift that right knee off the floor. Feel your side belly engage. Release your left hand by the ear and now step your left foot slightly behind you. Lift your hips up and release your left hand behind you, opening your heart toward the ceiling. Engage your belly if you can. It's very hard to feel it in this pose, but it will protect your lower back. Exhaling, coming back to tabletop position, moving it to the other side. First do cat and cow again to neutralize, so drop your belly down as you inhale, round your spine as you exhale. One more like this and we're switching sides. Inhale, exhale. Now on your next inhale, start lifting your left knee behind you, looking ahead of you, dropping the belly. And exhaling, rounding spine, knee, come to nose. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, round. Curl into the bowl. Inhale up. Exhale. And one more. Inhale. Lift your heart. Exhale, come back to neutral. Now open your left foot to the side. Place your right foot straight outside of the mat and lift your right arm towards the ceiling. Now start pressing into your left palm and your right foot, almost lifting left knee off the ground. Squeezing your side abs, abdominals. Okay, releasing your hand by your ear. Step your right foot slightly behind you, lift your hips, open your heart toward the ceiling and release your right hand behind you. Beautiful heart opening pose. Exhaling slowly, bringing it back to center. One more cat and cow, drop the belly down, look ahead of you. Exhale, round and come back to neutral. Now tuck your toes under and start moving your hips forward and back, just to catch the momentum. And now next time you're going toward your heels. Lift your hips up and back for your first downward facing dog. If you're new to this pose, bring your feet closer to your hands, uh, bend your knees and bring your belly towards your thighs. You want to feel the length in your spine, so all the way from your hips straight back and pressing through the crown of your head into your hands. If you're more familiar with the pose, you can start pedaling your legs, opening your hamstrings, or if you want to eventually just steady into the pose for a couple of breaths. Press your hands evenly into the ground, bringing your weight more to the front of your palm instead of the heel of the palm. Now look between your hands and step both feet in front. Exhale, fold over your straight legs, possibly. If not, bend the knees and bring your belly towards your thighs. If your hands are still not touching the ground, hug your elbows and allow your neck and upper body to hang from the hips. Feeling the opening in the back of your legs, stretching whole spine. You can do yes and no with your head, just to make sure there is no tension in your neck. Now release your hands to the ground. And as you inhale, slide your hands onto your shins till your back is straight, and roll your shoulders back away from your ears. Hug your sitting bones in. Exhale, fold again towards the floor. Inhale, lift halfway again, this time opening your hands by your sides, palms are facing down, allowing your shoulder blades to come almost touching, come together and down the spine. Exhale, fold again. Inhale this time, come all the way up slowly, bringing your hands over your head. Interlacing the fingers and opening your palms towards the ceiling. Straighten your arms, and as you exhale, allow your shoulders to soften and drop away from their ears. Engage your lower belly, place your pelvis in neutral position, and press evenly through your feet. Inhale, reach up towards the ceiling, and as you exhale, bend to your right, stretching your left side waist and trying to keep even weight into both of your feet. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale, softening the shoulders. Inhaling, reaching towards the ceiling and bending to your left as you exhale. Stretching the right side waist now. Again, trying to keep the weight even in your feet. Inhaling, coming to center, releasing your hands. Now interlace your fingers behind your back. Inhale, open the shoulders. Roll the shoulders behind you. Open your heart and lift it towards the ceiling. Engage your lower belly and start slowly move your hips forward and start moving your fingertips down towards the floor for back bend. Inhaling, coming back to center. And exhale, bring your hands over your head. Let it flow. Exhale, come towards the floor. Uttanasana, forward fold. Inhale to halfway lift, straight back. Exhale, bring your hands to the floor and step both feet behind you, finding your plank. Inhale here, and as you exhale, lower down onto your knees and come all the way on your belly. Preparing for cobra. So the palms are under your shoulders, release your toes behind you, press your hips into the ground. Inhale, peel your heart off the ground for cobra, engaging your back muscles. Exhale, lower down. Inhale again, come up, bringing your keeping your elbows close to your body. Exhale down. One more, inhale. Exhale, release. Now tuck your toes under, press into your knees and your palms. Come up into all fours. And then bring your hips up and back again for downward facing dog. You have option to stay in all fours here. Or if you're familiar with down dog, you can bring your hips up and back. Now either you're in down dog or all fours. Now on your next inhale, bring your right foot between your hands. Lower your left knee down and extend your toes back for low lunge. Look ahead of you and bring your hands onto your thigh. Roll your shoulders back and down. Inhale, reach with your hands over your head. Lift your heart over the ceiling. Exhale, hands come to your thigh again. Now move your hips up and back, forward and back a few times. Just to feel the position of your pelvis. And then you want your pelvis to kind of roll towards the front. So you're curling your tail under to protect your lower back, and then see, can you maybe sink your hips a little deeper towards the ground, stretching the hip flexors here on your left leg. Now interlace your fingers behind your back. Open your heart, lift your heart toward the ceiling, and start lowering your fingers down on your hamstring, sinking deeper into your hips. Engage your lower belly to protect the lower back. Beautiful heart opening. And exhale, release your hands either side of the front foot. Curl your toes under, lift your knee off the ground. Inhale, come up for high lunge. Exhale, flow down either side of your front foot. Step your right foot into the plank and go through vinyasa. Exhale, lower your knees down, chin and chest. Press your hips down. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, curling toes under, pressing into all fours and into downward facing dog. Take a few breaths in your down dog. Maybe your hamstrings are more open now, so your heels can drop into the mat. Feeling the length in your spine and turning your elbows towards the ceiling. Look between your hands and bring your left foot between forward and lower your right knee down, extend the toes back. Look ahead of you. Inhale, bring your hands onto your front thigh. And now start moving your hips again forward and back. Opening the hips and feeling the position of your pelvis. Now steady here and curl your tail under again, engage your lower belly. Inhale, lift your hands overhead. Exhaling, releasing the hands down, interlacing the fingers behind your back. Inhale, open the heart. Drop your fingers down and sink a little deeper into your hips. And release your hands either side of the front foot. Tuck your right toes under, lift your right knee. Inhale, high lunge. Hands overhead and flow through your vinyasa. Exhale, hands either side of the front foot. Step back into plank. Inhale here. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, cobra or upper dog. And exhale, find your downward facing dog again. Take a few breaths here. Try to keep steady for at least 5 or 6 seconds to allow your hamstring to actually open. So engage your legs, engage your quadriceps in order to release your hamstrings a bit more, to allow them to open. Okay, now drop your knees to the ground, finding your all fours again. Extend your toes behind you and move your hands slightly in front of your shoulders. Now we'll do another heart opening pose. From here, so your knees are just under your hips. And now drop down onto your forearms. See if you can maybe move your hands a little more, if that's comfortable. Move your hands a little more in front of you. And you can stay here if you feel that you're already opening up in your upper back and your middle back. If you want to go deeper, then drop your chin and your heart completely onto the ground. Then look ahead of you. It's a beautiful heart opening pose. You can feel your heart melting onto the ground. Come out of this, press into your forearms and bring your forearms under your shoulders and come onto your palms. Now from here, we'll find a downward facing dog again. To curl your toes under, bring your hips up and back. Now move your left foot into the middle. And as you inhale, lift your right foot behind you. First square your hips for one breath, and then open your hip to the right, stacking your hips on the top of each other. You can bend the knee if you want. Really beautiful hip opening pose. And then bring your foot between your hands. This time we are inhaling into high lunge. Hands are overhead. And then bring your hands to heart center and drop your knee down. Extend your toes back and twist to your right side. And now try to hook your left elbow to the outside of your right foot and press your palms into each other. And you want to bring your sternum, your breastbone, towards your thumbs. Your shoulders are stacked on top of each other. If you're okay here, if you want to go deeper, curl your left toes under and lift your knee off the floor. For this twisting pose, press your heel back behind you. If you want to go even deeper, try opening your hands. So placing your left hand to the outside of your right foot and opening your right hand towards the ceiling. Sinking your hips a little deeper and pressing your back heel down. Now, at any variation you are now, look down into your mat and place your left hand to the inside of your right foot. From here, again twist to your right and start rotating to the outer edges of your both feet. Opening to the side. And then place your right foot in between your left foot and your hand, variation of side plank, and lift your right hand toward the ceiling. Lift your hips up to feel your obliques, your abs. Now place your left hand behind your ear, and now we will move our right foot behind our left. So foot is flat on the ground, opening for a wild thing. Lifting your hips up high, opening your heart toward the ceiling, and releasing your hand behind you. Wild thing. Really feel opening through your chest and try to feel your breath. Now as you inhale slowly, coming back, finding your plank pose, going through your vinyasa. Exhale, lowering down, inhale, cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Curling your toes and lifting your hips up and back. Taking to the other side. Inhale, leg left comes up, hips are squared. Inhale here. Exhale, open the hip to the side. Hips are stacked and bend your left knee. Three-legged dog. And now look between your hands and bring your foot to the front. Inhale, high lunge, knees off the floor. Exhale, hands to heart center, lower down onto your knee. Extend your toes behind you. Now twist to your left side and try to hook your right elbow to the outside of your left leg. Press into your palms, stacking your shoulders and bringing your breastbone towards your heart. If you want to go deeper, lift your knee off the ground, curl your toes under. Press back down into your heel. Now if you want to go deeper again, opening the hands. So right hand outside of your left leg and opening your left hand towards the ceiling, trying to open your chest towards the ceiling as well. Sinking a little deeper with your hips and then again press your back heel behind you. Coming out of this, any version you are, release your hand to your hip, look down. Now bring your right hand to the inside of your left foot and start again, first twist to your right and step your left foot in the middle, between your hand and leg for variation of the side plank. Inhale, reach your hand towards the ceiling, lift your hips up high, engaging the obliques. And release your hands behind your ear and step your left foot behind you now for wild thing. Lift your hips up high, open the chest towards the ceiling and release your hand behind you. Feel your breath, don't forget to breathe. And exhaling, coming back to your plank pose, break through your vinyasa once again. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, cobra. And exhale, downward facing dog. Now lower down on your knee and sit onto your heels. And for child's pose, allow your heartbeat to calm down, bringing your forehead onto the ground. Now look in between your hands, moving your shoulders forward, coming into your plank pose, and then bring your right knee to the front and lower your shin for pigeon. So you're lowering your right knee behind your right palm, and you're extending your left toes behind you. So ideally your shin would be parallel with shorter edge of your mat. That's very hard to get, so you would then move your foot towards your hip as much as you can, but you want to feel stretch in your right hamstring and in your buttock muscles and here in your left psoas muscle. So find your position. Bring your both hands in front. Inhale, open the heart towards the ceiling. Your both hips to be in the same level. So they're both, for most of us, they will be off the ground. So you don't want to be like sitting on your right hip and lifting your left. So find the balance to keep them level. And now come onto your forearms if that's accessible. If not, stay in previous variation. Beautiful stretch in your legs, in your deep hip muscles. Now come onto your hands again, and now walk your hands to your right. Here you can kind of see what's better for you. Now if you sink a bit more in your right hip, you will be stretching muscles inside your hip, right hip, under your glute muscles. And then if you want to sink your left hip a bit more, you'll feel more stretch in your psoas muscles in your left hip. There's so many variations to this pose, and it's a really beautiful hip opening pose. And now coming back to center, and we'll switch sides. Tuck your toes back and come back to your plank pose. Now bring your left shin forward for a pigeon again. And find your shin position. Look ahead of you, lift your heart as you inhale. And as you exhale, come onto your forearms. Keeping your hips level and sinking them a little deeper with every exhale. Releasing the tension in your body and allow your muscles to release and the hip to open. Your heartbeat is calming down, breath is slowing. Come onto your palms again and walk your hands to your left. Again, see what works for you. What do you need to stretch more? Feeling tightness in your body. And then coming to center. Now sit on your left hip and bring your right foot in front. Paschimottanasana, forward folds. So legs are straight in front of you, engage your quads, bring your toes up towards you. Inhale, lift your heart, straighten your spine, releasing your hands by your sides. Now take your right foot, bend your knee and take your foot inside of your left thigh. Slightly twist to your left and then start folding towards your left knee, your left leg, hooking onto your left foot if that's accessible. If not, then just rest your hands by your sides. Exhaling, releasing down, folding. Really nice stretch over your back. Coming out of this as you inhale, slowly coming up. Now bring your right knee up, keeping the leg where it is, placing your right hand behind you, keeping the spine straight. So we'll do twist pose. If you can twist like with your leg like this, twisting to your right, or if you're okay with, if you want to go a bit deeper, you can put your leg outside of your left, and the same thing. So you're inhaling, straighten the spine, lifting through the crown of your head, and as you exhale, slowly twist to your right, hugging your right knee. Inhaling, rising through the crown again, and as you exhale, going a little bit deeper. You can gaze maybe over your left shoulder. Don't go too fast, too deep. Again, as you inhale, feeling a slow rise through the spine, and then twisting a little deeper as you exhale. And now inhale, and as you exhale, come to forward. Out of this, straightening both legs, and we're switching sides. So bend your left knee and place your foot against your right inner thigh, twisting slightly to your right, so you align your chest with your right knee, straighten the spine, rise through the crown as you inhale, and as you exhale, fold over your leg, relaxing the muscles, feeling nice stretch over your back. Slowly coming out of this and preparing for your twist, your variation of twist. So your left hand is behind you, inhale, straighten the spine. So leg is inside or outside, your choice. And as you exhale, twisting to your left, hugging your left knee, keeping your spine straight. Inhaling again, rising through the crown, making sure your spine is straight. And exhale, going a little more, a little deeper. Inhale again, and as you exhale, coming back to center, shaking your legs, and now lie on your back with your knees bent. And final heart opening pose, bridge pose. So your feet are flat on the ground and parallel. Your palms are pressing down, and start lifting your hips as you inhale. And if you can, roll your shoulders down behind your back, interlacing the fingers, pressing into your forearms to lift the hips a little higher, and open your heart. Gaze in your belly, looking the rises as you breathe. Remind yourself to breathe. Be aware of your knees that want to splay out, so you want to keep them level, in line with your hips. Slowly coming down, hips come the last. Now bring your knee to your chest, rock this from side to side, massage your lower back. I'm preparing for final pose, Shavasana. So extend your legs in front of you, allow your feet to open, naturally fall down. Your palms are facing towards the ceiling. Allow your breathing to come to be completely normal and natural, releasing all tensions from your muscles and your body. Doing a scan from the top of the head all the way to your toes. Making sure all the muscles are relaxed, there is no tension. If you feel that something is tight, try to breathe into it and breathe through it. Allow your body to be heavy and melt down into your mat. Feeling your practice and reaping all the benefits from today's class. Releasing tension from your forehead, place between the eyebrows, your upper back, your lower back. Places when we are not even aware that we hold the tension throughout the days. Now slowly, as much as you can, start moving your hands and your feet. Come back to seated position. So first rotate on your right to come up. Come to the front of your mat. Place your hands in prayer in front of your heart. Bow your chin down. Feel gratitude for yourself, for today's practice, for your body. Bring your toes, bring your thumbs between your eyebrows, onto your lips and in front of your heart. Thank you for sharing this class with me today. Namaste.